I wholeheartedly agree with the characterization of our relationship as one that is unshakable, no matter the storms that may come. And this is not just a slogan. It is a fact which has already been demonstrated through numerous processes in which Russia and China have played, as I mentioned, a stabilizing role in these emerging trends in international affairs. The trends we support are grounded in unwavering cooperation to promote the ideals of justice, equality, non-interference in each other's internal matters, respect for each state's sovereignty, and of course the right of peoples to choose their own path of development. Russia can certainly make up for the shortfall in resources faced by China and other countries that are interested in working with us on an equal and mutually beneficial basis. This is something Russia has discussed more than once. The President has addressed this particularly in relation to the plans of European states, represented by the European Commission, to sever all ties with Russia in the energy sector, especially regarding our hydrocarbon supplies. It's no coincidence that following the crisis sparked by the unprovoked aggression of the United States and Israel against the Islamic Republic of Iran, European officials are now calling on the European Commission to show restraint and postpone plans to completely halt gas supplies. So, figuratively speaking, they are starting to realize that if Europe now manages to detach itself, as they say, from the Russian oil and gas needle, it could immediately fall onto the aspen stake of another great power's energy sector. And this other great power is already actively honing this aspen stake for the Europeans. Therefore, this is such a pivotal moment. It is truly very, very interesting. On a broader global scale, the Power of Siberia 2 project has been under discussion for some time between Moscow and Beijing. It involves comparing its advantages with existing infrastructure and energy routes, as well as how they can be integrated, including those being developed in Central Asia under the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. This is a vast continent, and I very much hope to avoid duplication within what President Putin has called the emerging Greater Eurasian Partnership. The goal is to create a group of participating nations that will harmonize and complement each other through the development of their respective sub-regional programs. The situation continues with renewed vigor under the sanctions imposed by the previous administration, which the new one has maintained, strengthened, and expanded. These sanctions still discriminate against Russian companies in the global energy markets and are a direct consequence of the aggressive military policies and actions undertaken by the United States. Take Venezuela's oil, for example. First, they claimed Maduro needed to be persuaded because he was the main drug lord, and now no one even mentions drugs anymore. They say drugs are coming from Mexico, but we somehow came to an agreement on that. As for Maduro, we removed him, and now the oil is ours. They had similar plans for Iran. President Trump repeatedly said he was ready to take Iranian oil, or at least manage Iranian oil exports alongside Iran. Yet the Strait of Hormuz is now blocked. Before the attack on Iran, there were no issues with the movement of goods in either direction. Not just energy resources like oil and liquefied natural gas, but also food and fertilizers. There are many other factors at play, which, I believe, have helped and will continue to help ensure the normal socio-economic development and daily life of our close partners in the Arab monarchies of the Gulf. Would Iran have taken any steps to block the Strait of Hormuz or target American interests on the Arabian Peninsula if it weren't for Washington and Israel's aggression against the Islamic Republic? Everyone understands that they wouldn't have. So, as in any conflict, the root cause is this aggressive stance, and there are two main factors behind it. Firstly, for Israel, it's a deeply held conviction that Iran must be destroyed. How anyone can believe that, I don't know. I simply don't understand. President Trump also once said that it escaped him that I might destroy this civilization, which caused quite a stir. But beyond this ideological obsession with regime change, Iran embodies a culture and civilization that has existed for thousands of years. Of course, such a goal in itself doesn't command respect from a universal perspective, nor does it inspire confidence in its realization. The second issue relates to oil markets, primarily influenced by the United States, in addition to supporting Israel. We could discuss this topic at length, but thankfully both China and ourselves have the capacity, already utilized, reserve, and planned, to avoid dependence on such aggressive actions that threaten the global economy and energy sector.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.